Why is focusing on this channel so critical for you right now? Well, I'm going to show you exactly why. Number one, you see that snow globe at the bottom right? Number one, what's happening is that the world, due to COVID, turned upside down. It's like a snow globe. Everything just kind of floating in the air right now. Some of the pieces have landed. You can see e-commerce has grown by about 44% last year. It's on track to grow about another 30% this year. So COVID disrupted the traditional buying patterns, and everything's still landing. And so you're in a really great position to capture a lot of the market share that existed that didn't exist before, right? A lot of people, more people are online, and there's a lot of room to grab stuff. So it's so critical to focus on digital marketing to capture your share. In addition, Amazon is clearly absorbing all customers through their own flywheel, right? You can see at the bottom, there's the Amazon experience flywheel: low prices, large selection, and super convenience. People are loyal to convenience right now. So Amazon is absorbing your customer base, whether you like it or not. So you have to stand and compete. You have to be able to compete with the customers you already have and develop a relationship. Direct-to-consumer brands are also inserting themselves between you and your customer. How many times has Seamless or DoorDash or Uber has kind of interrupted that kind of connection your brand previously had with the customer? I'll give an example. DoorDash came in and said, hey, they're scaling up. They have a whole bunch of different products now. They have a whole bunch of different convenience options for customers to buy food. Before, you talk to the restaurant directly and you have a relationship, but then DoorDash came in and said, we can do it better and more convenient. So there's a disruption. That's so critical to have the relationship with your customers. You can't develop the relationship if there's a middleman. And finally, paid media is getting pricier and it erodes margins. It just, takes away a lot of the margins you may have had from your product already. So by spending more money to get your customer, it becomes more expensive. Everyone's bidding now on more keywords because they also see that e-commerce is growing significantly. So that's why it's so critical to really focus on it right now. But there's one more reason. The number one reason behind why it's so important now is this: that number one, it costs about 600 to 700% more to acquire a customer than keep a customer. So not only will that customer make you more money, it also costs you more to get a new one like that, right? So why pay Google and Facebook to bring you leads and then pay Google and Facebook with remarketing to get those leads back? That's inefficient, reduces your margins, and it costs more in the long run. Existing customers trust more, they convert better, and they grow faster. So you will want to put all your energy into growing the customer lifetime value. So how do you keep those customers? Email and CRM. That's why it's so important for you to think about it now, because you're now spending a lot of money focusing on social media, focusing on Google ad spend, and they're all great channels. They're all super important. But if you don't have a great email and CRM strategy, what happens is you lose out on all the possible customer value that you could have unlocked if you just focused on it. Instead, you're still chasing that one-time buyer, that single buyer, instead of focusing on growing that one-time buyer into a two-time buyer, into a three-time buyer and loyalist.